Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. So it appears that this 7,500 federal tax credit seems to be different from the actual law that was written last year and approved, the Inflation Reduction Act. It seems like the IRS is going in a different direction. Maybe there's some sort of loophole, but what I can tell you is this: there is a certain subset of buyers that I am recommending that you should not buy the Tesla Model 3, Model Y, or of course X right now, because you might as well wait to see how it all shakes out, because it's not worth buying right now if it shakes out in your favor. So we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about the current market of it and which buyers I'm recommending to not buy at the moment. We're going to get into that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, Vincent. Thank you for supporting. I know we were going back and forth on messages. Hopefully we got some of your questions answered. But if you're looking for some one-on-one support, definitely check out that Patreon link down below in the description. So yesterday, the IRS came out with some new guidelines for the 7,500 federal tax credit. There's this huge document right here, or not huge. It's pretty simple. It's a FAQ. There's a fact sheet on it, and there's going through line by line of all the different things. But if you don't know what is happening right now with the tax credit, next year it becomes a point of sale discount. So dealers, Tesla, other manufacturers, or other places where you buy your vehicle, as long as they qualify and as long as you qualify, but you qualifying as an individual is kind of changed according to the IRS. But as long as the dealer qualifies, then you should be able to transfer your 7,500 federal tax credit, this massive tax credit, and it should be a line item discount when you purchase your vehicle. So just as you see it right here on the Tesla Model 3 page, it says $7,500 off, then you should get a $7,500 discount off of the vehicle. Because if you buy a Tesla Model 3 right now, or a Tesla Model Y right now, or also even a Tesla Model X, you pay the full price of the vehicle. You don't get this discount. What happens is when you file for your taxes next year before April, then you just get an enhanced refund check as long as you qualify as an individual with the correct tax liability. Here it is on the screen. You can see an income tax calculator that shows an example liability, and you can see total income is about $70,000 for a W-2 income earner, and $8,000 is how much you should be paying in taxes throughout the year and through paychecks and things like that. So that's how much you would actually get it back, as $7,500. But shout out to Paul Foss, the friend of the channel and writer for Clean Technica. He sent me a couple DMs with this fact sheet yesterday and a couple different bullet points. And here you can see question number 4. It says specifically, quote, what if a buyer has insufficient tax liability to fully use a tax credit? This was updated as of October 6th, which was yesterday. Quote, the amount of the credit that the taxpayer elects to transfer to the eligible entity may exceed the electing taxpayer's regular tax liability for the taxable year in which the sale occurs. So going back to this is the tax liability, this $8,168 if you are earning $70,000 as a W-2 income earner. Quote, and the excess, if any, is not subject to recapture from the dealer or the buyer. So this is pretty massive news. So how this reads, and this is not how the IRA is written, how this reads is that if you make less than $70,000, if you buy a vehicle now, you don't actually get this full $7,500 federal tax credit. In fact, it's a lot less. So let's say you're someone that makes $50,000 and you're buying a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, and let's just go ahead and put it in. Of course, no deductions or anything like that. You can see your total tax liability is $4,241. So essentially, you would only be getting $4,241 of the full $7,500 federal tax credit, and you would kind of forfeit all of the remaining. There's no rollover. There's none of that for that. So that is why I am saying, if you are someone that is under that income threshold, if not someone, like if you got kids or married and you usually don't have a tax liability of that amount, then that's why I'm saying you might as well just wait it out. I know it is not exciting. It's not an exciting statement. You're pretty excited probably if you're watching this channel on purchasing a Model 3 or Model Y, especially because you can use our Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, to save an extra $250 off your Model 3 or Model Y S or even X. But just like how Berlinergy posted this on X or Twitter, EV tax changes mean low-income buyers can soon get full $7,500. So low income as defined by basically anybody under this like $65,000 to $70,000 threshold. Someone who wouldn't normally get this full $7,500 federal tax rate, you might as well hold off. You might as well not purchase. You might as well wait till next year. I know it's going to be super tempting because there's going to be a lot of different incentives, a lot of different sales as we go into the last month of this year, because a lot of people that are in this threshold, they're just going to say, I might as well wait, because how the IRS is written. And the interesting thing here is that the IRS is the one funding all this. I mean, I know the government's funding it, but they're the one processing the payments or even recapturing the payments for the $7,500 federal tax credit. And it seems like they have decided to go this route, which means a lot more people will be able to take advantage. So this is good long-term for Tesla. This is good for people that want a Model 3, Model Y, want a super fantastic deal on it, because certainly purchase prices might even be under $30,000 with inventory and referral discounts and things like that. But if you are basically in that threshold, in that income threshold, you might as well wait it off, push it off. Don't purchase right now. Try to hold off on all the different excitement and wait till next year. Essentially the opportunity cost could be like, if you're someone that makes $50,000, about $3,000 to $4,000, give or take, on purchasing now. So unless you find like a super fantastic deal, like an inventory deal that's like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 off inventory, and you absolutely need a car, like your car, whatever it is, it has got huge maintenance bills and you have to get out of it, then it might be worth it to try and get into a vehicle ASAP. But you might as well just push it off to next year and get that full $7,500 federal tax credit. Of course, the normal income limits still apply. So if you're someone that makes over $150,000 or even $300,000, married, or $225,000 head of household, you still don't qualify. That's still a thing, but it certainly has changed a lot for a bunch of other people. But we're gonna jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is Patreon link to support the channel. So definitely check it out if you're